Your new world is unocracy.org, crime, drama, debt-free, Fortune1.org. This one document is worth more than $500 million tied to DuncanClaim.org. Here's the rally. 1204 at Peachtree DeKalb Airport on exactly August the 21st, 2025. This alone unifies the world. It's the basic solutions that we're hiring, not 500, we're hiring 1,000 corporate executive problem solvers to run my very own companies. You see, we were always the world's last gifting trillionaire. You get the word trillionaire? Here's some jets behind us. Well, that's going to be Keith Air Service. $1 per air mile. These are some of the most prolific, simple solutions that reduce the cost of everything around the world. It's right there in front of you. It's all driven by Evote.one Foia.one, and reinvestall.com is really critical. Only local banks, only privately held companies. That means no news event can make the market go up and down. And I do love showing props, considering that I had $40 billion of your assets stolen. DuncanClaim.org, that no one wants to sit down and have a conversation. So everyone know what this is. Well, we're being run by a bunch of nuts called squirrels. I call them criminal ruling elite, New World Order, cybercrime terrorists, because they're stealing your assets. And you have no way of demanding that our existing USA government, which is FBI, Attorney General, IRS, National Security Agency, CIA. In fact, there's probably well over 80 federal government agencies, and there's probably more than 200 to 400 in every state in the nation. Why so many? Because no one is a visionary. I'll leave the space open on the other side so that I can put up some flyers and everyone can finally understand what this is about. Operation 1204, pound, built by Keith, one word. The most prolific, simple solutions to unify the world as of today. Again, 2025, August the 21st, we're at Peachtree DeKalb Airport. Has always been real-time direct democracy. You decide everything about everyone else. Now, how is it possible? Right there in your cell phone. Everyone in the world will have cell phones and access to free communication. You won't have to pay AT&T or any internet provider because you're going to have free high-speed Wi-Fi everywhere you go. Peer-to-peer means you get to tell the leaders at government and corporate level, which is Solution Government, Fortune1.org, but really Fortune 1000. In fact, every government in the world, every corporate leader will be under your full authority and command and control. If you don't like the leader, replace them. And it's done with such a simple system that I publicized it and gifted it way back in 1976. It's right there, Evote.one. Solution Military is revived again, which is no more wars. All the presidents will use Peace Summit 2020, which is peacesummit1.com, to sign peace treaties and trade agreements of the most powerful publication in world history, right there at my finger, solutionmanifesto.com. All the other solutions are automating the world, artificial intelligence, work less hours, make more money. Maybe 2 days a week will be the standard work for the entire humanity, is only middle class, debt free. And how does this happen? Well, it's right there in front of you. Reinvestall.com, where my finger is, means everyone uses solutionbankfraud.com. Of course, I'll get paid billions of dollars to keep people out of the database. So think of a database as an open fishbowl. An open fishbowl. So your assets are called fish, and they have your identifier on them called International ID of Foia.one. It's a simple country you're born in, date of birth, and a unique number, so no more birthrights. So you put your fish, called your assets, and everyone can see that the fish are there. The fish can grow, they can make more fish, but you know exactly who owns the fish. If anyone steals your fish, well, you know that the theft occurred, and you go after the person using reverse GPS tracking. All the technology the whole world is using happened to be from my group in 1976. You can find everything we've done not only on bidonkeith.com. You see, I'm losing $10,000 a day after October 3rd, 2011, when I most brutally kidnapped for only reason was to silence and have me killed by Robert D. Rose, and then Sherry Duncan, and my two sons, and then it was Brian Walker. But it really goes back, Miss Bashama. My health is rapidly failing. I'm just turned 67 years of age, and God and I are madder than hell, the word wrath, W-R-A-T-H. The humanity can't deal with problems, and you definitely can't deal with the Lucifers, the con artists, the scammers, the cybercrime terrorists, and that's done all at one time with PeaceSummit2020.com. No exceptions. I was always the wealthiest person like Monk King Solomon, and the proof is I put a website out there called Find Keith a Wife, Monk King Solomon. So focus everyone on joining Fortune1.org and Unocracy, because you'll very quickly find out we are exactly who we've always said we were. We've never had an AKA. We've never harmed anyone or stalked anyone. We are the ultimate messianic messengers called sinless, viceless. And right now, every crime in the world, we've got a Cessna 182 pulling in N20228, I believe, at Peachtree DeKalb Airport. There will soon be the site of the greatest revolution in world history. No, it's going to be right in your own community using PeaceSummit2020.com, and we even have the best parliamentary procedure so everyone becomes a peacemaker, decision-making subject matter expert. Keith's, with an S, Keith's Rules, with an S, of Order.com. Better than Robert's Rules of Order. Support us and protect our lives today, because we did exactly that. We commanded the USA government protect our lives in September 2011, and we were greeted warmly at Langley Air Force Base when we were turning over SolutionMilitary.com and Crime-Free Utopia Unocracy. You see, the military happens to be the most powerful law enforcement agencies in the world, but yet they're totally ineffective because they're not going after the cyber criminals. And with my system, they become peacemakers. They become National Guard. And the entire world now lives as only middle class. No one's allowed to go in debt. See, if everybody's busy helping each other and protecting my life, you get paid after you perform your job as a subject matter expert called a program manager consultant. How do I know about this? Because we are the ultimate purveyors, procreators, philosophers, psychologists, theologians. Yes, we're working through all the churches. Peachtree Road United Methodist Church, and right now Oak Grove United Methodist Church, and including Bishop Robin Deese, who's the bishop that's in charge of all of Georgia. And we're moving a $40 billion company, the sell-off of all of our patents, to pay for solutionhousing.org. We're buying up distressed buildings, particularly old abandoned churches like Lithonia, First United Methodist Church. We went to visit the mayor, Debbie Reynolds, 2 days ago. In fact, we've been visiting 10,000 people. No one could ever claim that we were greedy because we give 100% back. That's exactly what messianic messengers do. And that's why we created the website, St. Keith, SaviorKeith.com. Original was FollowKeith.com, and then it was BuiltByKeith.com, and then it was CreatorKeith.com. And we're doing everything we can to re-register FortuneONE.com. Right there. Go to that one website and you'll find out who we've always been, is we are your last overseers. We even created givingpledge.space as the superset over givingpledge.org. Why is that critical? Because the world's biggest billionaires will pledge that they're going to give everything, half of their assets, majority of their wealth, to charity upon their death. Well, good luck with that. How many times do you hear that phrase? Good luck with that. What are you going to do? Dig their bodies up, put them on trial, and go, well, you said. And that's the problem with legally binding contracts. So total tort reform is the use of phonecradle.org, icstand.org, and we need to have immediate support. We really need about $1,000 a day. $10,000 a day was the original bid on Keith. It would have been $20,000. No, $20 million a year back in 2011. DuncanClaim.org is the derivative of whereisrobertrose.com, because no one can explain whereisrobertrose.com. The government knows who he is, and they always have, because he's got secret deals at a terrorist mafia level with people inside the FBI, the Attorney General, U.S. Marshal Tom Shell, and Attorney General Sally Q. Yates. How do we know that? Because Rose had cyber hacked and tracked everything we were doing that really went extreme in 2008 when we filed an IRS whistleblower against him. Oh, there it is. 2009, IRS whistleblower. February 2009 of 658, had to repeat that, worth more than $8 billion. $8 million. In fact, it's worth trillions of dollars in press conferences. Put us in front of the largest audiences you can possibly imagine over Zoom, topofunocracy.org, or in person. We have no restrictions on us, but you have handcuffed yourself to the criminal ruling elite, known as slave trading, which is more than 6,600 years old. Because I'm the most honest, integrable, richest person in the world, we hereby grant you full access to everything we've ever done so that you can build your own companies. This is revolutionaryjetsoncraft.com. Here's the Who Is list that revolutionizes the world, known as God's Keys to the Universe. Very top of unocracy.org. Unifies all mankind forever, no exceptions. Peace Summit 2025 is the ultimate solution. This letter we just wrote to the world, read it carefully and pause and see that we're the only multi-trillionaire who's been persecuted forever, and we're requiring Governor Brian Kemp to sign this and call us in for direct interviews. Here's the final solution. The biggest revolution is here. This is the Keys to God's Universe, spelled out 7 pages, top of godsunocracy.org. No exceptions. This is the answer for everyone. We decide everything about everyone else. Again, this is the world's most prolific robbery of DuncanClaim.org in world history. This document implicates everyone, including Ross Grisham of Canton on Norfolk, Virginia 411 CR 112. This implicates the public pretender Phoenix Harris forever. 1171 was dismissed July 15th. Call us immediately today and provide us direct safe haven protection by everyone so we can now transfer your wealth back to you.